Starting out, lying on the back, keeping the knees bent, place your hands on your rib cage. Inhale through the nose, letting the diaphragm expand into your hands, and exhaling through the nose, keeping the breath nice, deep, and long. Stack the right ankle on top of the left knee. Grab behind your left thigh, inhale, and then exhale, raising the left knee towards you. Keeping the feet flexed, take the right hand and press the right knee away from you, feeling a nice deep stretch in the right hip. Inhale through the nose, nice, deep, and long, making every breath longer than the last. And on your exhale, pressing the right knee further away from you, using the breath to release any tension. Inhaling through the nose, feeling the air touch the nostrils and follow into the belly, feeling the belly expand, and exhaling, gently pressing that right knee away from you, pressing all the air out, and inhaling once more, letting the belly get large, and then exhaling, drop the left foot to the ground and release the right leg, keeping the knees bent. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale, bringing the left ankle on top of the right knee, remembering to keep the feet active. Grab behind the right thigh, inhale, deepening in the belly, and exhale, bringing the right knee towards you. Press the left knee away with your other hand, feeling a nice deep stretch in the left hip now. Inhale through the nose, nice, deep, and long, making every breath longer than the last. And on your exhale, pressing the left knee further away from you. Again, releasing any tension that you may feel here. 2 more breath cycles. Inhaling through the nostrils, letting the belly get big, and then exhaling, pressing all the air out like a balloon. Inhaling again, letting the belly get big, and then exhaling, letting the diaphragm drop. Drop the right foot to the ground and release the left leg. Let both legs stretch out long. Noticing if you feel any differences in the body. Take a moment to take another breath, inhaling through the nose, letting the diaphragm rise and then fall on your exhale. Bring the knees to a 90-degree angle, grab behind the right thigh, and extend the right leg towards the ceiling. Inhale, then exhale, bring the right leg towards your face, keeping the feet flexed. Inhale, letting the belly get big, and exhale, trying to bring the right leg towards the face some more. Maybe extending the left leg long, seeing how this feels. Inhale, letting the belly rise, and exhale, bring the right leg towards the face, feeling a nice deep stretch, and then releasing the right leg back into a 90-degree angle. Inhale through the nose, grab behind the left leg, and extend the left leg long. Inhale, letting the belly get large. Exhaling, bringing the left leg towards the face, feeling a nice stretch along the hamstring. Inhale, releasing slightly, and then exhale, pulling the leg towards your face a little bit more. Release the right leg long if you feel comfortable. 1 more breath cycle here. Inhale, letting the diaphragm rise, and exhale, letting the left leg towards the face some more, getting that nice final stretch there, and then dropping the leg back at a 90-degree angle. Extend the legs long, letting the hands come alongside your body at a tripod position. Shift the hips to the left, roll over onto the right side as you press up with your left hand. We're going to come up to the top of our mat and prepare for a mountain pose. Feet are hip distance apart and the spine comes into a neutral position. Shoulders come up towards the ears and relax down the spine so the chin drops towards the chest and the crown rises towards the ceiling. Bring a bend in the knees, letting the hands slide down the thighs and eventually touching the floor. Let the seat come towards the ceiling, bend in the knees, and step the right foot back. Drop the right foot at an angle as you bend in the left knee. Try to lift the toes, lift the kneecap, and engage in the glutes. Bring the hands to the left knee. Keep the torso pointed ahead of you. Bring the hands out to the sides and raise them up towards the sky if you want to. And keeping the knee bent, sit deeper into your warrior 1. Inhale and exhale, keeping the glutes engaged. Cinch the frontal hip points together so that you create stability and balance in this pose. Bring the hands to the knee, then bending in the knees, touch the ground. Step the back leg forward. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, raise the seat towards the ceiling. Bend in the knees and step the left foot back, keeping the heel raised if you need to. Keeping the knees bent. Inhale and exhale. Cinch the frontal hip points together. Bring the hands to the knee. Keep the back foot at an angle. Inhale and exhale, cinching the frontal hip points together, keeping the abdominals engaged. Hands to the side and then raise towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, sitting deeper into your warrior one, making sure that the shoulders don't create any unnecessary tension in the neck. Bring the shoulders behind you, maybe even in a cactus pose. Bring the hands to the knees and then the floor. Bend in the knee and step forward. Coming to standing, step the right leg back about a leg's width apart. We're going to imagine that we're spreading the ground apart with our feet. Engage the legs by lifting the toes, lifting the kneecaps, and spreading the mat apart with your feet. This action really helps engage our abductors. Start bending in the knees and turn the feet out away from you, making sure that the knees are stacked above the ankles, and engage in the core and bring your arms out to the side and maybe even overhead. Sitting down into our goddess pose, inhaling and exhaling, keeping the abdominals tight, and then standing up. We're going to bring our feet together. Start shifting the weight onto your right foot, bringing your left foot to a tippy toe. The hands come to the hips. Find one spot to look at in front of you. We call this a dristi. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling, engaging the core, coming up to the tippy toes on the left foot, finding a comfortable spot on the right leg for the left foot to be placed. We're going to bring our hands out to our sides, or maybe above you, or we can bring them to prayer pose. Making sure to keep the shoulders free of any tension. Release the left foot back to the ground and start shifting your weight over to your left side. Lifting the right foot to your tippy toes, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale and exhale, engaging the core, finding a nice balance on the left leg, and eventually bringing the right foot to a comfortable position on your left leg. The hands come out to the sides or overhead or in prayer position. Release the right foot to the floor. Coming back up to the top of the mat, step the right foot back behind you and bending in the front knee, bring the hands to the front knee and rest the left elbow, revolving the torso towards the front wall, bringing the hands into a prayer position, pressing the hands apart so that we can keep the torso lifted. Try to lift the toes, keep the leg engaged by lifting the knee and engaging in the glute, and then bringing the hands back to rest upon the knee, then bringing the hands back to the floor, bending in the front knee, bring the right leg forward, inhale and exhale, resting the chest on the belly. Raise the seat up towards the ceiling, bend in the knees, and step the left foot back, drop the foot at an angle, and bring the hands to the knee. Revolve the torso towards your left side, and rest your right elbow upon your knee, bringing the hands together in a prayer position. Remembering to press the hands apart to keep the torso lifted and so that we keep the neck free of any unnecessary tension. Inhale through the nose and exhale, keeping strong through the leg, lifting the kneecap and engaging in the glute. Maybe even trying to lift the toes and spread that mat apart with your feet. Taking a nice deep inhale here and then exhaling, releasing the hands back to the front knee, then dropping the hands back down to the floor, bending in the knees and stepping the front leg back to come into downward dog. Step the left foot forward and drop the knee to the floor. Bring both hands to rest upon the front knee. Release the back toes to make sure that they rest flat upon the floor, and keeping the core engaged here to make sure that you find your balance and stay strong. Bend in the front knee, feeling a nice deep stretch in the hips, and then pressing back, making that left leg straight. Inhale up and then exhale, bringing the face towards the knee just a little. Bending into the left leg again, keeping strong in the core and getting that nice stretch in the hips. Curl under the toes and drop the hands to the floor and step back into your down dog. Bring the right foot forward and drop the back knee, bringing the foot flat, bringing the hands to the front knee, engaging in the core, keeping strong to keep your balance here, and bending in that knee a little bit more, feeling the stretch in the hip. And then pressing back, letting the right leg become straight. Inhaling up and then exhaling down. Feel that nice stretch in your hamstring. And then bending in your right knee, getting that nice juicy stretch in the hip. Bring the hands back down to the floor and bring the leg back, step into your down dog. We're going to come to sitting on the ground, and we're going to prepare for our wide leg forward fold. Sitting on the ground, we're going to bring our legs out wide, making sure to flex the feet, bringing the hands in front of you. Inhale up and then exhale, spidering the hands away to come deeper into our forward fold. Inhale up, rising through the crown of the head, and then bowing once more forward and maybe coming to your elbows. Try not to let the neck become tense, keeping the shoulders relaxed down the spine. Breathe in through the nose and exhaling through the nose, letting each breath be longer than the last. And then pressing back up, we're going to come lying on our belly as we prepare for bow pose. Bring your elbows underneath your chest to come into Sphinx pose. Not using any muscles, just resting in this position, keeping the shoulders away from the neck. Release the chest to the floor, bending in the right knee. Inhaling, grab back with your right hand. Inhale and exhale, cinching the frontal hip points together to strengthen the abdomen, and press back into your hand with the right foot to come up for your half bow pose. Release the leg to the floor. Take a breath and inhale, letting the shoulder blades glide across the back, and exhale, bending in the left leg. Reach back with your left hand. Inhale and exhale, cinch the frontal hip points together and press back into that left hand. Release the leg, and we're going to come sitting on our seat. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Bend the left leg so that the foot comes to the inner thigh of the right leg. Inhale up, crown towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming down towards the knee, keeping the feet flexed. Inhale up and exhale, coming down deeper, trying to get the head to the knee. Inhale into the back body, feeling the back rise, and exhale. Coming back up, let the left leg become long. Bend the right leg so that the foot comes towards the inner thigh. Inhale up, the crown comes towards the ceiling, and exhale, coming down so that the head reaches towards the left foot, keeping the feet flexed. Inhale up, and then exhale, pulling the belly up over the thigh as the head comes more towards the knee, making sure that the neck is loose of any tension. Inhale and exhale. Walking back up, we're going to come to standing. Try to stand on your tiptoes, letting the calves become engaged, and then slowly bending in the knees, maybe bringing the hands out in front of you, and trying to slowly just come into a seated position. And once you get to the bottom, you might find your seat wanting to meet your ankles, but we're going to try to lift up and keep on our tippy toes. Coming back to standing, we're going to come back to mountain to the top of our mat, bending in the knees, letting the hands slide down the thighs, and eventually come into the floor. Bend in the knees, and take a step back to come into our down dog, letting the seat come towards the sky and pressing back through the hands. Bending in the right knee, swoop it forward, and let the left knee drop, and slide it back to come into our pigeon pose. If you want, you can slide a pillow underneath your hips to make this pose more accessible. We're going to keep our hips square and keep them dropping down. Curling the left foot under and pressing back into our down dog, bending in the left knee and swooping it forward, dropping the right knee and coming into our pigeon pose on the opposite side. Keeping the hips square and feeling a nice sensation in the left side. Curling the right toes under, pressing back into the down dog. Inhale and exhale, raising the right leg up behind you, coming into a standing split. Walk that foot forward in front of the left foot. Inhale and exhale, bringing the left foot behind you up towards the sky. And then stepping the left foot in front of the right foot, bringing the feet together, bending in the knees, and then we come to standing. We're going to prepare for another balancing pose. Inhale and exhale, shifting the weight onto our left foot. Maybe raising the toes. Bring the right foot to the tippy toes. And inhale and exhale, engaging the core. Bring the right foot to the right hand. Inhale the left hand towards the sky. Engage in the belly and press that right foot into the right hand to come into your dancer as we bend forward. Inhale and exhale, and then releasing the foot towards the floor. Shift to the right side. Inhale the right arm up. Come onto the left tippy toes as we bend the left knee and grab it with our left hand. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, pressing that left leg into the left hand as we bend forward into our dancer. And then releasing the leg and coming back to the ground, we're going to be lying on our belly to prepare for our finishing pose. Rest your head to one side. Inhale and exhale, cinch your hip points together. Flex your legs and engage your entire body and lift your arms back towards your legs, lifting the chest, strengthening the neck and the entire body, and then releasing, letting the head rest to the other side. Inhale and exhale, breathing into the back body as we finish the sequence.